takeaway today was that the application of technology was very interesting. So we saw a lot of material where you could make out that the technology behind the printing is high-end, is the latest, and you could make out the differences in printing when different technologies were being utilized. But what was really creating the magic was the application of technology. So you could also see cases where there was really good technology. The printing was very clean, but it wasn't coming and talking to you as a final piece of work. So the marriage of technology, the design, the application of it is what creates the magic. What I found really interesting, one from a couple of the samples that we saw was the Bible. There were quite a few Bibles this time. They seem to be getting printed a lot more from India than earlier. And even how the very same Bible can feel very different, gives you a very different feel when you pick it up. Here there's probably a Mandarin version or some other Asian language, and the illustrations on something which would be a fairly mass kind of a publication and would probably have to be fairly cost effective, is really high quality, very thin paper, but again the feel of it has been very interesting, and of course when you see it from the side as well. So I thought this one really spoke to me and stood out from a lot of the other Bibles that one would see otherwise. The other one that I found very interesting is just a very simple book. It's a book titled How to Be Loved, and what was interesting is how the title of the book, the flavor of the book comes through in a lot of the pages, in a very solid feel of the paper, the printing being very clean, the design standing out, being very solid, very robust, kind of a feel that came out of it, but still very casual, very warm. So I like that, and I'm a big reader, so I can imagine myself cuddling up with a book like this in the night. In terms of technology, I think what was really interesting was the print-on-demand technology. The way the print-on-demand category has moved forward, the quality of the printing, even at small quantities, was magical. It's just, you know, awe-inspiring to see that it's kind of technologies move that forward. It's very clear that the print industry is going through a crisis, and it's a very strange crisis. One is demand, where books are converting into electronic format more and more. At the same time, from a creation perspective, the technology is moving much faster than ever before. So how does one marry A and B together is what is very interesting, and I see a lot of the books that we saw, a lot of the material that we saw, it shows that the industry is very much up to the task of managing the supply boom, the new technology at the supply level, as well as the crisis at the demand level, and still pulling it off very well. Very well organized. I love you guys. The warmest jury sessions ever. It's an incredible learning to come back every time to see how print material is changing. So this is one that I never refuse. I love to come back to you folks. Thank you.